I am a psychic spiritualist medium. Okay. I also go by a lot of other terms. Personally, I like to think of myself as a hybrid, a spiritual hybrid. Okay. So, what I'm going to talk about today is pendulums and how to train them. But before I go into training them, it might be a nice idea for you to create your own. How you do this is up to you, really. Pendulums don't have to be some mystical, powered, imbued relic or artifact. They can be absolutely anything. You can use a nut and bolt on a piece of string. You can use good old-fashioned conker before the PC people come in and tell you it's too dangerous. You can use anything as long as it's on a string or a little piece of chain, sort of 11 inches. It's probably about the length that you would want, between 7 and 11. This one here is one I made, and it's, I don't know if you see behind me, we have this very dodgy chandelier type light, and it's one of those. It looks like a crystal, like quartz or something like that. Here's another one. This one is a quartz crystal. You can use a piece of malachite like that. It's a nice crystal. If you feel like you're a little bit insecure in what you do, well, maybe you might want to try something like this. It's got hematite on. It's very protective. And there's another hematite. I have so many pendulums, and generally they all have different sort of jobs and different things for them to do. Like I might use the malachite pendulum if I want to maybe track somebody or try to find a lost child, or to find out how much game time I have before the wife comes through the door. You know, when you can find out where they are, how long they're going to be, you can plan your game time a little better. But don't worry about that for a minute. So we'll get back to creating a crystal, a pendulum. Like I said, it could be absolutely anything you want, as long as it's got a piece of string and a weighted end. All right. So you attach something that has a little weight to a piece of string or a little bit of chain, and there you go. You have a pendulum. But it's not going to do anything. Dance, move, say hello. No, it's not going to do anything because you've got to train it first. How are we going to train it? I suggest after you've made your pendulum, you get 2 items. It doesn't matter what they are. I'm going to use a mobile phone for the first one. Hold it between your index finger and your thumb. Some people use like the bird finger, the middle finger, and just rest it on top. Whatever's comfortable for you, but your index finger and your thumb, you have more electrical pulses going through, so you have more of your energy, more of your natural vibrations running through the chain. Okay, so you hold your crystal, you steady your arm as much as you can, you place it just over the item, in this case my phone, and you go. You state the obvious. Phone, 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 phone. Arm and hand perfectly still. Phone, 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 phone. You keep saying it until you get a definitive direction. phone. Swing more, please. Swing more, please. Swing more, please. Phone. Phone. So now it's going forward and back. That's saying that's a yes. So now we can play with it a little bit. Swing more, please. Swing more, please. Swing more, please. Swing more. Okay. Show me yes. Swing more, please. Okay. So it knows that this direction is yes. It knows this is a phone. Okay. Not a particularly good phone, but it's a phone. So now you're going to get something else. And you're going to state exactly the same thing. I'm going to use this little book. All right. Again, hold it between your index finger or your pointy finger or your middle finger and your thumb and state the obvious. Phone, phone, phone. No. See, it knows this ain't a phone. Now, book, 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 book. There you go. It's telling me it's a book. Phone, 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 phone. Show me no. Phone, phone, phone. Swing more, swing more, swing more, swing more. Thank you. There we go. Always thank them because they kind of become a part of you and they will actually become like a friend. That sounds stupid, but with your pendulum, it won't let you down. It won't lie to you. It will listen to your cries in the night. It won't put his arm around you and hold you. But when you get a straight answer from somebody, that's as good as somebody saying, it's going to be okay. They will help you find people. They'll help you find water. They'll help you find the answers that you have inside you, but you're not actually aware of. They're a very powerful and wonderful thing. But getting back to the pendulum. Now, we've trained it for yes and no answers now. That's pretty good. It's made a start, but that's not the end of the story. You have to put your energy on your new pendulum. Now, I suggest you hold it in your hands for long periods of time. Pop it under your pillow maybe and go to sleep. So your energy soaks through your pillow into your pendulum. Hold it in your pocket. Put it in, if you're a female, put it in your purse or your handbag, if they still do that handbag thing. Whatever, just have it on you for as many times as you possibly can. The more you have it, the more of your energy is transferred to your pendulum, and the more accurate it's going to be. Okay. So now we got that. Everything's hunky-dory. We're starting to put our energy on it. So now we can start acting a little bit more professional with it. We can start acting in a more precise way. And that's by asking it the questions that you really want to know. Like I said just now, most of the time you have the answers within you. But your brain sometimes stops you feeling what you actually feel. Your brain will stop you thinking what you actually think. For instance, there was a time when I had a bad case of depression and a bad case of anxiety. Now, I would go to the doctors and have all these tests done on me, and they said, there's nothing wrong with you. You can breathe. And no, I can't breathe, and I'm struggling for breath all the time because my brain is telling me I have something. My brain is telling me I have anxiety. Therefore, my body is reacting to what my brain is saying. My brain was saying, you have depression. That's why you have anxiety. That's why you can't breathe. And no, and it's not as easy as that, because when people tell me, oh, there's nothing wrong with you, well, that's just a thought. And a thought has no feeling, has no weight to it. But feeling that you can't breathe, having all those panic sensations that you can't breathe and you can't see things properly, disorientations, but they're all feelings. They're a physical effect to your body. So your brain sometimes tries to do things to sort of protect you, but they kind of send the wrong signals out. So that's why pendulums sort of tell you, it bypasses what your brain thinks and what your brain says. And it actually tells you more of what is really happening. Okay. Like, for instance, I'm in a chair, I'm in a wheelchair, I'll wheel around it. I am in a wheelchair. And that was the result of having a big fall and severing my sciatic nerve in my back. Then, as I was recovering from that, I got meningitis. Excuse me. Now, that was 2 attacks on my nerve stem, and my brain thought, right, that's 2 attacks. I don't know what is causing this. I don't know who's attacking me, so I'm going to put the doors across and stop any more signals going to my legs. Well, that's okay. It was a good idea to try to protect the rest of the body, but it's now blocked off the signals to my legs. And now it's gone on too long. It's 15 years I've been in the wheelchair. So now it's, my body's going, well, this is normal. Where before, if my brain said, okay, you're a little broken, but what are you feeling? Are you feeling that you can't never walk? Or are you feeling that, okay, I still got some sensations there, so I will be able to walk? So sometimes your brain does things and it does it for the right reason, but it ends up sometimes causing more trouble than it was originally worth. So sometimes don't trust what you're thinking, trust what you're feeling. And that's why pendulums are so good. All right. So you've got some energy on it now. Okay. You've found out the yes and no questions, and now you can test it. You can test it now. So pendulum, or call it crystal, call it whatever you want. Pendulum, show me yes. More, please. Swing more. Swing more. Swing more. Now, that's not my brain telling it to go forward and back. That's me. That's my energy going through that. That's my higher conscience, but that's not my brain telling me to do that. Okay? So it does tell you things that you already know, and it brings out things you can already do, but you're not always aware of it. It's a dowsing tool, is a divination tool. So it's a tool for finding out things, finding things, getting from one place to another. It'll help you out of a maze. It will help you out of a tricky situation in regards to your daughter's boyfriend. Now, he looks cute. He's got the dimples. He's got a nice little hair, snappy dresser. What's he really like? Crystal. See? Find out things. Learn stuff that you've always wanted to know. Some spiritual people may use this for other purposes. You can use it for spirit communication if you wanted to. I personally don't, but I have done. So you can use it for spirit communication as well. You can use it for not only spirit communication, but you can use it for finding out if there's anybody in the room with you. For instance, Crystal, yes or no? Is there a spirit energy in this room? Yes or no? Now, give it a time, because sometimes you gotta phrase the question in the right way. So, Crystal, is there spiritual energy in this room? Now, it's going around. So, again, I have not asked the right question in the right way. Is there spirit energy close to me right now? Okay, so now we got more of a definitive answer. Because I'm a spiritualist medium, I know that to my side here, I have an energy. It happens all the time, so don't worry about it. So I know that over here is a spirit energy. Now, pendulums work in the same sort of way as dowsing rods. Now, you can make your own dowsing rods again. When you make stuff for yourself, it's far more potent and far more accurate and useful than using it, using an item that you just bought. Because there's more of you, there's more of your creative energy. And again, it is energy that we're talking about all the time. So we'll try the dowsing rods, okay? So there's no way, you can't turn these by themselves. Yeah, giving it welly. All right, so we'll try these out again. Rods, new search. When I give that command, that's what it does. Rods, new search. All right. Generally, with rods, you'll have a lead in. He knows the question that I'm going to ask. All right. Let's try again. All right. Rods, new search. Point towards the spiritual energy that's in the room. So you can see that it's trying to lead off. So you go with it. Oh, look at this. So I'm going with it. Yeah, it's pretty much where. All right, we'll shake it off. Okay, we'll try again. Rods. Point towards my guitars. Now, if I follow this, here's my guitars. So it does tell you things you already know. That's a given. But it tells you things that you already know, but you're not aware of knowing. Rods, pendulums, it doesn't matter. Any divination tools that you use work on the same principle, okay? For pendulums, you can get a map. I found a child in Switzerland who was abducted, and the mother was very distraught, and I was part of a psychic mediums network. And this mother was in a terrible state. Her English wasn't brilliant, but we got past that. She was looking for a child, and she desperately needed some help with that. So she asked me if I could help. And without thinking, I thought, yeah, I'll help. And ended the video call with her. Then immediately realized I know nothing about Switzerland. Nothing. How am I going to possibly find this little child in a place that I've never been to? in a language that I don't understand or can't speak, it's impossible task. Or is it? What I done was I got a map of Switzerland. Okay. This is not a map, this is a book, but it serves the purpose. I then got a map of the Switzerland, and then I had a photograph of the child. I will call him Lucas. His name was Luca, but for this purposes, I'll call him Lucas. So little Lucas is now on my PC screen or in photograph form. So I got the image now of Lucas. I then placed my pendulum over the map, dead in the center. Then I asked, same with how we trained the pendulum in the first place, I simply said, Lucas, Lucas, Lucas. And I kept saying Lucas and keeping Lucas's image in my mind's eye. Lucas, Lucas. And then it's subtle, it's very subtle. You could feel a pulling. As long as you kept the image of what you're trying to find in your brain, the pendulum will do its job, okay? So it was pulling like this. Then it was pulling to the side, and then some, and I managed to track the city that I felt Lucas is in. So once I was in the right ballpark, I then asked the crystal, as I went over all the different names of the streets in this city in Switzerland, as I went over the town, is this the street where Lucas is being held? No. Is this the street that Lucas is being held? No. And oh my God, their towns are big. But after a while, it said yes. So I've got the town, I've got the city, and now I've got the street. So now it was a case of looking at all the numbers in the street. Google Earth is brilliant for that. You can really zoom in sometimes on a lot of areas and a lot of details. But then I just went through the street numbers of the house. Is Lucas in here? Yes or no? No. This one, house right at the end, magic. Then I thought I will try one stage further. Now I've got the actual house. Who owns the house? Got that name too. And it worked out. It was this poor mother's ex-husband who owned this house. She gave all the details to the police. 7 hours later, I had a wonderful photograph sent to me, mother and child reunited, all because of a pendulum. Now, I always use that as a major landmark for me because this woman needed my help. I eagerly said, yes, I will help you, without thinking. Now, that could have been very costly because I could have let somebody down. And it was that own reason why I carried on and I took the case on. I just did not want to let this woman down. And it paid off. All from one of these. In fact, it was this one. Really cheap. I think it cost me £4.75 back in the day. And I found a lost child in another country He even found who owned the house. It's the way you ask the questions, it's the manner that you use it, and the intent that you use this. And anything is possible. You just got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your tool. This is an extension of you. If you believe you can do anything, this can make it happen. But you have to believe in yourself. And each and every one of you, I don't care whether you're a skeptic or one of them judgmental people that go to church on a Sunday and says everything that you do is evil because it says so in the Bible. They're rubbish. The Bible is brilliant. I use the Bible quite often, but the ones that most people look at is the New Testament. And I think you'll find that it was written by a Danish king in the 9th century. Oh, he made it out to be popular. He took bits of everything to make himself look good. So I wouldn't believe too much in that. And after all, what I do hasn't caused billions of women to be killed, hung, drowned, burned at a stake. What I do for good, and I do for love. And I use little things like this. And I see people that's not there, but I do it in the right way, and I do it from the heart, good intentions. So, whatever you do, spiritually, psychically, whether you go to church on a Sunday, or whether you're bald head, covered in tattoos, talking to people about spiritual things, makes no difference. Don't judge others. Can't tell somebody to tidy up their house when your own place is a mess. Sort your own house out. Judge others after. Learn things you know. Do the things you can do. And open your eyes to a brand new world. You are amazing. And the only limits are the ones you put in front of yourself. Well, I'll be Lou, your local disabled GIMP spiritualist medium. I will put videos on from time to time, and there'll be little things that I think could help anybody. They could help you. They could make you feel more empowered about yourself, because you are amazing. Each and every one of you are amazing. And I would love to help you bring out your potential. So at the minute, that's pendulums, how to quickly train them, and just a little piece of what you can achieve with a bit of self-conscience, self-confidence, and a little bit of self-knowing, and a whole lot of belief that you're more special than you already are. Okay. Love and light to you. If you've got any questions or you need anything in a spiritual matter, you want to talk about anything, I'm right here. Or you can find me at Facebook, Louis Coombs, Louis Coombs Impressions, Louis Coombs. Oh, I'm everywhere. Lou's Ghosts. Great bunch of people there. But if you need something, get a message to me, and I'll try to help you out. Okay? All right. Love and light to you. Be well.